Hi folks, Pete here from Ashton's Cars. Today showing you around a 2007 Nissan 350Z. This is the, let's call it 300 horsepower, I think it's 296 horsepower version with the GT pack on it, and it is a UK car. So just to clarify, a lot of the ones that you see will be Jap imports, and earlier ones did have a little bit less power than that. So this is the model to have with the higher spec. It's got a few tasteful mods on it as well, and it's a real blast to drive. I mean, this is a perfect car if you're new to having something rear-wheel drive high performance, because it's absolutely serves up the performance by the bucket load, but it ain't going to cost you a fortune, and it's also relatively inexpensive to run, because this 3.5 litre V6 that we have here, it's normally aspirated, so there's no turbos, and they're generally quite a reliable power plant. This one here, as I say, has got a few mods on it. There is a extra air intake by here, as you can see, in carbon fibre, and an induction kit on the car, so the air's forced in a little bit harder there, and it gives it a bit more of an aggressive sound. It's probably pushing just over 300 horsepower, this car is. It's also got a few other little extras on it. It has got an uprated clutch, and it's also got a little bit of extra carbon trim and some cosmetic modifications inside. So lightly modified, I would call this particular car. But look at it, beautiful condition. It's lowered, as I'm sure you can probably see. It's a very low car. You have got to be very careful with this car going over speed bumps. You can get over them no problem at all, but you do have to go, quite easy over them. But beautiful sound. I'll start it up in a minute, and hopefully it'll get your blood pumping as well as it does mine. Let's have a quick look around the car just to show you. I've got the tailgate open as well, just to sort of show you that rear clam. It's a huge rear on this car, but it is a 2-seat vehicle, so you end up with a massive boot, which is mostly filled with a giant strut brace. But let's just show you. You've got the Brembo wheels as well, the Brembo calipers on this particular car as well. I don't know if we can just zoom in there to show you. Look at that, 18-inch wheels. They are the original wheels for this car. That one is the RAVS Engineering, I think, is a Nissan specialist division for their high performance vehicles. Basically it's the original one. They are staggered as well, so slightly wider at the rear. Nice metallic finish on this particular car. There's no real notable marks on it, and most importantly, and something that you need to look for, there is no rust on the arches on this particular car. They normally rust around here where it meets the rear bumper. This one's all solid. Pretty much an original car as well. One more sort of small mod I need to show you, perhaps at the back, is that someone's actually laminated the boot floor. I've no idea why. It seems to do the job, but yeah, strange what some people do with cars. We have got the huge Z strut brace there though, and as you can see, it's a 2-seater, just a little bit of space behind the front seats for a few bags and a few oddments, but one of the biggest boots probably of any 2-seat sports car that you're ever going to see. I'll shut this big clam design now. Reassuring thud as it shuts. You may note, if you're very keen-eyed, that it has got a rear wiper delete on it as well. One of the other mods that's been done on the particular car that we're looking at, just to clean up those lines on the back, really. Here's the twin exhausts down the rear there. Hopefully you can see they are real exhausts. They are, as far as I can see, standard though. They do give a hell of a rasp anyway. You wouldn't really need to improve on this car's sound, because it's probably one of the nicest sounding V6s out there. It's also one of the nicest handling sports cars out there. Rear wheel drive, a favourite among the drift community, because it does it's quite easy to control when the rear steps out. It's quite an entertaining vehicle to drive. If you've driven a Mazda MX-5 and you can sort of kick the tail out on those quite easily round corners, think of it with twice the power and even more grip and control, and you would have something like the driving experience of a 350Z. So one of the nicest cars to drive. I've personally owned and driven Skylines and GTRs, and actually, as much as they are fast on everyday roads, the 350Z I think is a more entertaining vehicle to drive, because it's usable. Let's have a quick look inside. GT pack on this one means we get full leather. We get heated front seats with electric adjustment for a majority of the controls. It's obviously got a little bit of wear there in the driver's seat on the creases. That's because this car's done 159,000 miles, so a fair bit of mileage there for this car. You would never think it, apart from that seat being a little bit worn. Certainly when you drive it, it doesn't feel tired in any way. And part of having a big normally aspirated engine like that, it does give the car quite a bit of longevity to it. Just to show you, in the very back here, we have got speakers built into the other brace that goes across the back there. It's got a fantastic sound system, this car, and I've actually even got the original mats in here, along with the original sort of metal pedals. That's a standard issue thing on this car. I've got twin screens, as you can see there on the dash. Let's start it up. Reassuringly gruff start up there from the 350Z. As you can see, we've got a Nissan and JVC screen there. If I accept the terms and conditions, the top screen becomes my navigation system. The bottom one there is my stereo system. It's quite a good stereo that's been fitted in. This is an upgraded JVC stereo. That obviously is totally original, but what I have got on here is I've got iPod hookup, Bluetooth audio, and Bluetooth phone system. So I've got all the mod cons in this car, as well as the original navigation screen. So nice sort of setup for you. Combines a little bit of originality with a more modern setup below it, and I think that's probably the best of both worlds in this car. But you're not interested in the stereo, you're interested in what this thing sounds like. I've just driven it around the village that we're based in, and I had school kids follow me around on bikes as I was trying to get over the sleeping policeman just to hear the exhaust system on it. It's a car that will absolutely turn heads wherever you go, and the kids, in fairness, knew it was a 350Z, and I could hear him shouting to his mate, "Wow, look at that!" So for the money these things cost, they don't half stir up a lot of attention. Let's give it a quick rev. I've got the window down, so let's give it a quick rev with that just outside. No smoke, no fuss, just pure performance and adrenaline inducing sound in this car. I hope that the video does it some justice, but in all honesty, it's probably not going to. You need to be here to really appreciate it. That shift there, by the way, obviously it's an aftermarket shifter, but it is a original 6-speed gearbox on this. You come down and right across there for the reverse on it, which takes a little bit of getting used to, but you soon get the hang of it. Plenty of carbon fibre trim in here. I did mention that they fitted a few extra bits. As you can see, even these ducts here, I love the way it's designed as well. So you've got the air conditioning ducts, and then it comes through the handle, in a sense, to come out this way. Extra trim with carbon fibre here. Anything that you could put carbon fibre on, including this wheel here, seems to have had the carbon fibre treatment on it, but it's been done well. It feels like it's been dipped or something, because it's certainly not a sticker that's been put over the top. It's a much higher quality finish than that. So yeah, plenty going on in here. Very nice interior. Yes, it's not immaculate, there's a bit of wear on my seat, but do you know what? It's a very comfortable place to be, and I've even got such luxuries as cruise control in this car, Bluetooth audio, everything that I could possibly want really from a car, a modern sports car. So there you go, guys, back outside the 350Z there, and what a machine. If you're looking for something that's going to give you sort of high-speed thrills by the bucket load, sounds good, looks good, probably a future classic, because Nissan Z cars always have been classics, and why should this one be any different? This is certainly the car you want to be looking at. It's something of a performance bargain. I don't think people realise actually how good these are. This particular one, despite the mileage, as you can see, is in ripe condition. It's absolutely perfect for someone who's going to have a daily driver, but you know, something they could take on the track on the weekends. It's certainly not going to look out of place on a track day, this car, and with the performance it's got on offer, you won't be getting embarrassed with the figures either. So here we go, guys. It's available. Please take it off my hands before I go and start using it myself and lose my license in the thing. If you're interested, my number here is 07932 873 646. it's quite strange because it's actually one of the cheaper cars on site at the moment, which is also actually the fastest car on the site, and the one that I actually enjoy driving the most. So yeah, I think if you're looking for something that you can just have an absolute bucket load of fun for not a lot of cash, I cannot think of anything that competes with it. Porsche Boxsters, not a chance. My own SL there just behind it, no chance whatsoever. It cannot. This is absolutely getting towards Ferrari quick with the mods that it's got on it and the handling it's got. So yeah, give us a shout, guys. 079 32 873 646. As always, guys, please give us a like, share, subscribe to our channel, and give us a comment below. Let us know, have you owned one of these before? You know, how do you rate these? I mean, have you driven one yourself? And if not, what other performance bargains would you rate? Because I can't think of anything at the moment that can compete with a 350Z in the current market. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.